I got a question for you. For cords, when you cut off the ends, do you pay more for them or no? What's up, you guys? Andre here with Jack of All Trades. We have been extremely busy lately, man, and I can't believe honestly how busy we have been. It's just been a lot of work coming back from repeat customers, or like repeat customers referring me to their families and stuff. So I really don't even have to work for the jobs. I just got to show up, give them an honest quote, job is mine. At least that's how it's been lately. So I'm extremely grateful for that. I also started working on the enclosed trailer. Since I primarily use this trailer for moving, I want to set it up to be a better ideal trailer for those kind of jobs. So I ended up buying a bunch of little things for it, which I'll probably show in this video or another video, but I did paint it black. Let me show you guys what it looks like. The color I ended up going with was black, and the reason for that is because the trailer is white, so black and white looks pretty cool. But also it's going to hide a lot of the imperfections, because when I use this trailer for junk removal, I broke some of the wood on the walls. Some of it is stained with other miscellaneous junk and oils, so the black paint definitely will hide it. I went with outdoor paint because I thought it would last longer. I might be wrong, I'm not an expert on painting, but from what it looks like, one coat is enough on this, which is honestly very nice because I don't have to do another coat. I was thinking maybe on the floor I would, but I went really heavy when I laid it down, so it looks really good honestly. I have some Hall Master E-Tracks that I will be mounting onto this trailer. Some are small, some are big, and I also have some E-Track straps because you need special straps for these coming in the mail. They'll probably be here today or tomorrow. That way I can honestly start doing my moving jobs much safer than regular straps, because without these, man, they're just not secure enough. Like, you can put so many screws in here, it would be very hard for this E-Track to just break off the wall compared to like 2 screws that I've been using on like little hooks. These are the D-rings that came with the trailer. They are only on 2 screws, but the screws are heavy duty and they run through metal. This is the D-ring I've been using and just hooking up straps to it. It's treated me well for the most part, but it did fail on me once, and I'm not letting that happen again. I learned my lesson. Today's job is honestly going to be pretty easy. I'm going to be doing a job for my neighbor at the beginning of the subdivision, trimming some trees and grinding a stump. But first, we got to head out to the scrapyard and dump this trailer. We got half a trailer worth of scrap metal and half a trailer worth of trash. And then we have to come back home, load up most of this trash from right here, dump that trash can, and haul it out to the landfill. Most of the trash is actually for my neighbors right here that moved. I ended up telling them, hey, if I'm not home, just bring whatever trash you have and just put it next to the fence and I'll haul it out to the landfill for you guys. But it looks like they ended up putting more trash on the road next to the trash can. So the trash company took the trash, but they left all the other miscellaneous items. So I'll just help them out and haul that out for them because they already moved out of state. This is the trash pile right here, and honestly it probably won't cost me any extra money to dump because this right here is scrap metal. I'm just gonna recycle this and that cup, and that should cover the cost of this trash because it's all like very light. So I'll take this right now with me. You scrappers know what I see. Look at this copper cord. Yeah, this is definitely going to cover the dumpster alone. Gotta watch out when this stuff is coming down with speed. Fencing is like all tangled up. I'm gonna move this plastic pipe. I'll get it loaded last. Man. See how that broke? Cast iron. This is like a pickaxe, but it's trash. Just fell apart. You don't take golf cart tires?
Unless you got the golf cart or the lawnmower.
Huh?
I got a broom I can put on this right?
Yeah, take it. Nope. Now we're even. All right, now I could get rid of this so much easier. That's trash. Scrap. Push it down. These are good for gardening, man, but I don't have a garden, so I can't collect too many of them because over the years I just collected hundreds. Julian.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Hey, you want some golf cart tires with rims for free?
Let me see that. How many you have?
I don't know, let's see.
One, two, three, four. Yes.
Oh, here you go. Metal too. Put it right there. I guess they're not really allowed to take them, but they'll take them for free. What's up, man? You making money?
You want the chicken out?
How much is it? Yeah, I'll take it.
61.
$61? I got a question for you. For cords, when you cut off the ends, do you pay more for them or no?
The what?
For cords like this.
No, we pay the same.
So if you cut this off, you still pay the same?
Yeah, we still pay the same, but some scrap yards pay more than that. But we don't have that big capacity to be separating that stuff.
Okay.
But like those big things.
Yeah, because I've been cutting mine off. I got a bunch of wire. Yeah.
Nah,
You pay the same for them?
What you see in this box, what you can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to find out if the other scrapyard pays more, because if not, I'll have to stop doing that. Because somebody told me they'll pay more, but I didn't sell them yet.
5 cents more. I don't think it's more than that. 5 cents is not worth your time.
Yeah, then it's not really worth it, because then that pretty much makes up the weight and cost.
That's right. And the time is money, remember?
Yep. I just got paid $61 for the scrap metal, which fills up more than half my truck. I'll take it. Looks like somebody brought in some classics for scrap, and they're probably just gonna use them as lawn decor over here. 6400, probably some sort of Ford or something, at least it looks like it. No, Chevy. Wow, I can't tell my trucks at all. This is a little sketchy, but if you're careful enough, you can do it. While I was driving back home to pick up this trash, I ended up calling 2 more scrap yards that I typically dump at, and both of them said that they don't pay extra for extension cords cut-offs, which sucks because that's what I've been doing. So I literally threw away a pretty good amount of money because people on YouTube said that, hey, if you cut them off, you're gonna get more money, and I guess that varies from area to area, and I should have double checked with my yard if they're actually gonna pay me instead of just actually doing it. But it is what it is. We all live and learn. I ain't cutting them off anymore. I had this junk right here loaded up in my enclosed trailer and some other stuff, and I ended up taking whatever was good to Goodwill and donating it. And then this stuff I'm just gonna take to the landfill because this lamp customer said she paid like $1,500 for it. I couldn't even get $1 for it on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm just gonna scrap this. Probably should have taken this Christmas tree to the scrapyard with me, but it is what it is. I'll take it later. I'll just fill up this box with like other junk, like this stuff right here, some good stuff, but not for me because I don't need it. So what I'm gonna do, take it to the landfill. I'm gonna empty out all of this paper and keep this trash can for myself. Right as I was getting done loading the trash from my house, I saw the inspector pull up over here to take pictures, so I just let them know that I'm gonna take this for them. That way they don't fine them for leaving trash. Look at this, more scrap metal. I didn't see this earlier. All right, this should be good. Let's head out to the landfill. Oh man, Look at all this metal starting to pop out of the ground over here. I need to fix this. This looks like a 30-yard can right here. Old school truck. Looks good though. Not too big of a load, nothing crazy right here for sure. I just got back home from the landfill. The dump fee was honestly not bad at all. It only costed me $60.75, which I'll definitely take. But we're definitely gonna have to grab the stump grinder for this job right now, and possibly the mini skid steer later. I'm gonna start this right now, let it warm up. Sometimes it wants to use the choke and sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. This job right here is going to be very easy for me, but it's pretty pricey for the customer because I literally have to use pretty much everything, like the stump grinder, the dump trailer, mini skid steer for a little bit of grading later. I'm gonna use this chainsaw for the most part with the ladder just to get up there and just kind of go zap, zap, zap. I almost forgot to grab this tool right here from the house, but honestly it wouldn't be too big of a deal since the job is literally right here. But this thing is another tool I need, and this boy right here was very expensive when I had to buy it back in the day, like around 400 bucks from Still, maybe 300 something, I can't recall. It costs a lot of money to buy these things and use them, and you have to take into account it's not you just working, you're gonna have to replace them with age, so that's why you have to charge for these type of jobs, even though they're easy. And some of you guys will probably say I'm too cheap at $750, but honestly, since it's right here, I don't mind it. And some of you guys will say, oh my gosh, I would do that for free for my neighbor, but I can't work for free, man. I give discounts, but I gotta make money. They have a stump that was cut down like a decade ago in their backyard. That thing's like almost fully rotten, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna eat it in no time. You always want to make sure you put down the e-brake for these stump grinders, that way they don't move. What's up, buddy? You just woke up from a nap? Yeah. You're looking at the GoPro? You're like, what is this, daddy? I know, you don't see much of it, huh? I used to keep this ladder in the garage, but then I gave up. It's just, I got too much stuff in there, man, and it takes up so much space. I need to get myself like an outdoor place to store it, and I know I've been talking about it for decades, but it will happen eventually, man. Nothing happens overnight, at least for me. This is the job right here. So basically all of these branches that are aiming down towards the grass, I'm gonna have to take down, or at least most of them, because what's happening right here is that their grass is dying. It's like just washing off, because in the summer it just gets so much shade right here and the grass can't survive, I guess, according to them. Here's another angle for it. Not too big of an issue right here, but also another problem they're having is that these roots are coming up from under the ground. They used to be fully underground, but as the trees are getting older, they're starting to pop off. So they're gonna want this area filled in and sodded most likely down the line, which we'll see if I'll do it or not. I've never done sod before, but I know somebody that can help me with it. This right here, they want just chopped off right here. Georgia Power killed all of these trees for them apparently, because the power lines are right there, so they want to keep them for privacy still, but this thing is like going into the yard, so they asked me to cut this one off and haul it off, so I'll do that. But yeah, they're all pretty much dead. Crazy, huh? This is the other bush that I have to trim right here. I mean, I don't have to. They asked me if I can do it and they'll pay me an extra 50 bucks. And I said, yeah, I can do it. So it should be pretty easy for the most part. This pulsar right here was a very good investment for me. The only regret I have is that I didn't spend the extra like 300 bucks or 400 bucks, because it was like literally double the cost for the next one, but it was so much better because it was adjustable. This one is not adjustable, but it gets the job done. It's just kind of weak because it only has like 56 cc. Haven't done one of these jobs in a minute, so I really forgot how fast the brush adds up. Like, I didn't even do that much work, and I cut quite a bit of stuff already. I'm pretty much done cutting those 2 trees for now, just because the customer wants rather less cut off than more, and then if more need to be cut down the line, to cut more off, just because they really like the privacy and the shade from that tree, but they also want their grass back. This stuff right here for a branch is extremely heavy. I don't know why, but I think they hold a lot of water. I honestly didn't do a very good job at cutting down the brush because I didn't want to spend much time doing it, but this is what we got to fit in there next. It's not too bad, it's just very brushy. A chipper would sure be nice. There's a bunch of these briars in this bush right here, and it was like all tangled up. So what I'm gonna do, instead of trying to fit it all in one load, which I'm pretty sure I can do still because there is enough space for it, I just have to cut it down. But I'm like, there's no point since I have to go get the mini skid either way, and I wasn't planning on taking this stuff to the landfill, so I'm just gonna dump it in my yard. I have a bunch of old gas that I need to burn, so I'm gonna burn it. Back when I started doing junk removal, I used to love dealing with brush because I didn't have the skid steer that can pick up logs. Now after I got the skid steer, I hate dealing with brush because they're always such a pain, because logs, I just come in there, grab it, put it in the trailer and go. This stuff you gotta mess with like crazy. My chainsaw and see if I can rip out that stump. That way I don't even have to grind it. It's almost fully rotted. Oh yeah, baby. Easy money right here. Maybe I should have brought the skid steer right away and try to rip out the whole thing in one piece. But I didn't think I could rip it out that easily, honestly. now is basically trying to dig out these briars, because if you don't remove these roots, they're gonna come right back super fast. As you see, most of the stump is gone, at least up top. I don't know about down there. Yeah, this thing's pretty powerful, man. School bus coming through. She didn't care. She was like hauling through here, man. Lot of brush.
A lot of sunshine too.
Yeah, big difference, huh?
Yeah, absolutely it is. Absolutely. Yeah, I saw you loading up earlier and I was like, I'm not thinking filling up fast.
Yeah, it definitely did.
But yeah,
but
it looks good.
I didn't want to go too much, as you said, so I kind of left the stuff going pointing up, but all the stuff kind of going down is gone. So
I like it exactly where you went, because you can always go back and take off a little more. You can't ever put it back.
right.
You know? So
Yep, exactly.
I like that, because if I'm thinking probably in 3 or 4 years, we'll just get you to do the same thing again.
Okay.
Depending on how this
How it goes,
how it
yeah.
goes, you know. So it looks dang good.
Yep. And I cut whatever stuff was right there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can run my skid steer through it and try to push some of that brush more in if you want, but that branch you want it gone, I got it gone.
No, don't
Just leave it like that?
Just leave it like that. That's fine.
All right. Man, that stuff is dead.
I mean, like, if you took a match over there,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be there for 10 minutes.
Yep.
But they did it. I'm not paying anything to put them back, you know?
Right.
So
Did you plant them or they were here?
no, they were there when we moved in.
Okay.
I don't know. Now, I don't know if they were planted before they started the subdivision or whatnot, or if they planted when they started the subdivision, but
Gotcha.
they were here when we moved into it. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
Cool. And for the back one, I started cutting it up, and man, it was just crazy. So I went and I grabbed my skid steer and I ripped that whole stump out. You see that stump? I'm surprised they pulled it out. I guess your dirt is very soft over there, so that's nice.
Yeah, I imagine that The only thing I can think of is the reason they're soft is right there next to the, or close to the
septic.
Septic, you know.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
But, all right, what else you got left?
We just got the trampoline left and the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, look.
I'm kidding. These bushes.
My offer still stands. If you or somebody you know wants them, tell them to come get it. They can have it.
No, I was joking, man.
I know that, but I'm telling you, that trampoline, if somebody wants to, tell them to come get it.
Yeah,
They can
I mean,
have it. There's nothing wrong with it, as you see.
yeah, no, I see it. Facebook Marketplace, man, that's the best place to get rid of it for free.
You know what they did? What the catch is?
Mm.
Most people won't take it because it doesn't have the net because of insurance.
I didn't know that.
Remember all the ones we used to jump on growing up didn't have no net.
I didn't even have a trampoline. We'd jump off trees.
Well, that's it.
But so this was all pretty much dirt over here, and
Okay.
I'm gonna have to come back and grind all this, obviously, to get it smoothed up with that machine, and then I'll spread it out with the other one. But
Okay, yeah. Dang, looks like you gonna get through today.
yeah, I think so.
If you don't, you know, we ain't rushing you, so
Okay. Yeah.
don't feel like you got the press to get it done today. You know that.
Yeah. This is I still got to do that bush up front too.
Yeah.
But grinding this is not going to be hard at all because it's mostly already decomposed for the most part.
Okay. We had it down to just a stump, as you saw.
Yeah.
And that had all grown up in 7 years.
Gotcha.
So, you know, it is what it is. So, but
Cool.
do we need to go ahead and pay you now?
No, you can pay me once I'm fully done.
Yeah, and like I said, you know how we all went. We appreciate you coming and doing it.
Yeah,
Dang
no,
good.
I appreciate the
My
work.
wife sent me a text. She said, "Yay, Andre's here." I said, "Yep, he's there." So
Good deal.
yeah, but
It's so funny to me that you can tell people that they can pay you at the end of the job, but they still offer to pay you before you're even done because they're so satisfied. But I'm like, I still got a lot of work left to do. This is my good old reliable Echo. Sometimes it starts, sometimes it doesn't. even though the stump looks very small, once you get the dead stuff off, the stump's alive, so we still got quite a bit of grinding to do. The stump is fully removed. It looks like a total mess, but honestly, this is what it's gonna look like when you want the roots removed, because the roots go all over the place, and this was a big tree at some point. This is what's left of it. A lot of it decomposed and a lot of it got grinded, but these right here, I mean, look at these bad boys. Some thickness, man. I already know I'm gonna get roasted in the comments by the landscapers that do this all the time, because y'all are probably absolute pros and do this in no time. I probably trimmed like 3 bushes my whole life, so yeah, and they were much smaller than this. So I'm definitely learning right now. I can't really put you guys in here to show you the angle because the other side has bushes all the way up to the house as well. But basically, they're like all over the window, as you can see over there. And I did tell the customer that I'm not a pro at this, but I can get it done. And he's like, well, we're not looking for a pro. So I was like, all right, cool.
Thank you. I almost cried seeing the backyard.
Really?
Like, not kidding. I thought I was gonna cry. He was like, "Are you really gonna cry?" I'm like, "I think I'm gonna cry." It looks amazing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You like the bushes?
I thought you said you didn't do a good job on bushes.
Well, I'm not gonna say I'm a pro, you know, but I'm not gonna do a horrible job.
Well, if I say you're a pro, you're a pro. It looks dang good.
You don't want to see what I look
That's
like
exactly how we like them. We like to have
All right.
still have our privacy, you know, but you know, not stretch over the window like it was, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
I
perfect.
cut them off over
Yeah.
there at
Yeah,
the window,
that is
so you should be
perfect.
good.
Yeah. And when I get in there, I'm just swinging, trying to stay away from bugs.
We've already cut through 2 extension cords, so what's that tell you?
Hey, you gotta have, like, that thing is an extended one, so it's like, it's much easier because you can maneuver.
Well, now she's using the electric one. If we had a gas power, it'd be a little bit different, but
And you gotta be careful with that too, because like
Yes.
even pros slice themselves bad.
Yeah.
It's like that when that thing is moving, you tap it, you're done.
You're done.
I don't like leaving these behind, even though they're so small, they're gonna get mulched. You know, it's an eyesore for the customer after the job's done. But apparently they almost cried seeing this, so that makes me happy. What, the machines? No, I'll come get them tonight.
sure?
Yep. need to close my enclosed trailer, but it's for sure fully dry now. This is the second day, so should be all good. Let's see if everything came out. Perfect. Whenever it's brush, I mean, this stuff just slides out, no problem. I think we both got a good deal. I didn't have to drive much for this job or work hard for it. It was just kind of like, come, give a price, got the job, did it. So it took me half a day, $750, I'll take it. And that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. You know the saying, happy wife, happy life? Same thing goes for business. Happy customers, happy business. Bet you guys didn't hear that one before. This right here is going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this content, please don't forget to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.